Welcome back to the channel. Warhammer Man back in the studio. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Black Templars Combat Patrol and discussing some of the value behind it and why I think this is the best box to get started with Space Marines, specifically Black Templars, or overall the absolute best combat patrol. If you like Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team, Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry content, definitely make sure you like and subscribe if you're interested in anything from unboxing, reviews, reactions, painting tutorials, all kind of magnetizations, interested in pretty much anything related to the hobby. This is the place for you. So let's take a look at the actual combat patrol, what comes inside, and then we'll take a look at it and discuss a couple of the options that are available. So right off the bat, just kind of taking a look at what comes in the box and just doing a price breakdown on it. It is $140. And included in the combat patrol, you're going to get one Impulsor, one 10-man Crusader squad. You're going to get the High Marshal, and then a squad of Intercessors as well. And then the extra value in this set is the upgrade sprue and transfer sheet. So if we break down the actual value, the Impulsor tank is $75. The 10-man Crusader squad is $60. The High Marshal is $35. You can't technically buy 5 Intercessors. They come in squads of 10, but 10 is $60, so we're going to count them as 30. And then the upgrade sprue, including the transfer sheet, comes for 35. So if we total all that up, it comes out to $235. And this comes in at $140, so you're basically saving $95 off of retail in this set, which is about 40% off essentially. And then if you're able to pick this up for about 15% off, with some kind of deal from a local retail store or online, something like that, should be able to save roughly another like $20 on top of that. So you should be able to get this for about 120 bucks, and it's about $240 worth of stuff in here. So basically getting this set for 50% off retail. So quite the value if you were going to buy these models individually, and a nice little starting point for any Black Templars army, or possibly even a different Space Marine army if you were looking for something else. But the sprue and everything, the custom squad that comes in here, the Crusade squad and everything, is like pretty heavily themed Black Templars. So as some of the other Space Marine boxes have a lot of like generic stuff in them and then just the upgrade sprues, this one has specific units that are made for Black Templars. So you're not going to have the same ability to kind of mix and match unless you do your own custom chapter. So let's open it up and take a look inside. So we just popped this open, and essentially we're going to get our little combat patrol assembly guide, and essentially just going to show us how to assemble all the individual components of the kit. And it will include the instructions for each of the squads as well as some of the options available. And if we just flip to the back page right here, we'll see that there is a basic data sheet for them as well. So it essentially shows off their stats for like the Marshal or the Primaris Crusade squad. It says what their wounds characteristics are, toughness, all that good stuff, movement, and then also has their weapon characteristics as well. So while it doesn't have full rules or anything like that, or like the full data sheets, it sort of has like a compressed version and then a breakdown of what the individual weapons are with pictures if you're new to the game, so that you can kind of figure out what's what and how it works. And then that way, if you don't have the codex for the Black Templar specifically, but you have the Space Marine codex, or maybe you don't have any codex at all and you just have like the little rule book, you can essentially use your models right off the gate, and then obviously you'll get all the bonus extra stuff as you buy the books accordingly, or apps, whatever you choose to do. And then the last couple data sheets are on the back. And again, it just kind of shows off like the special stuff, the little upgrades and everything, the different weapons, and kind of gives you like a little key so that, you can understand exactly what everything is and what it does. But that's not what we're here for. Let's take a look at what's inside. So we're going to get our pack of 32 mil bases, the larger ones. And then we have a pack of, these are the 28.5 millimeter bases. So they're sort of in between the 25s and the 32s. These are what we're going to put the scouts on. This is the little clear stand. It basically just, you separate it off here and then push the 2 bits together, and then allows you to essentially like mount your little hover tank kind of off the ground a little bit. And then it also turns like basically a couple degrees, so you can change kind of like the angle of the tank, make it look like it's kind of like flying or curving, angle to the front or to the side, etc. So here's the first sprue. Here's the first sprue for the tank right here. This is our main setup. There are 2 main options when you build this tank. You can either have the back of it enclosed, or you can leave it open. Depending what you do, if you kind of do like the enclosed option and put the back piece on it, you can then mount some of the special upgrades onto a little piece that is available there. If you leave it open, it has obviously like the transport capacity for all the bros in the back. So when I build this tank, I will actually not glue this piece on there. That's the piece I'm talking about. I will just, this thing basically like clips onto the back. You don't need to glue it or anything like that. And then you can put the little force field or the guns or missiles or whatever onto this piece right here. It can fully rotate. You can magnetize it on there. But then this piece could be removable, so you don't have to actually glue this on there. And then you have all your options available to your tank, so you never have to worry about that. So this is the best way to build this tank, is to leave this part unglued and then not glue your actual like shield or weapons onto that. So the next sprue we're going to take a look at, this is for the Intercessors. So for the Intercessor sprue, this is just a generic sprue that you could build any Intercessors with. It does include all of their options, including to make like a sergeant or just 5 regular guys. Bunch of different weapon options, so you can equip them with all the various bolters. You can give them knives, you can have them throwing grenades. There's a lot of like super cool little bonus bits on here as well. If we just kind of flip this over though, we'll see it does come with a bunch of shoulder pads. So you have quite a few generic shoulder pads, and then we have a couple like sort of like upgraded ones. The one with like little nubs on it, little bits hanging from it. But in this case, for the Black Templars, we're going to probably opt out of those shoulder pads, and then we're going to use the cool custom upgraded shoulder pads that come with the set as well. So this sprue is completely generic. It could be used for any Space Marine army, and then it does include little bits, so you can put these onto your gun and then have the gun be the different variant ones. It also comes with like the auxiliary grenade launcher and many other like cool options for the Intercessors. So this is just a regular old Intercessor sprue to build 5 guys. So next here we have the High Marshal sprue. So this one has a lot less options on it. It does include a sword or an axe. You can kind of alternate between them. It also gives the option for which gun you want to use as well. So we have the combi flamer right here. We have a plasma pistol right here. There's some cool little bits to go on the bases as well. And he has like nice little cape going on and everything. Tons and tons of detail. A couple different head options. This is a very nice model, very cool. And you know, you could essentially build this guy quite a few different ways. Lots of extra bits that come in the upgrade sprue could be used on him to customize him as well. But a very nice model, very cool. And then obviously you have like little Necron bits to go on the base, or this little piece of like rock outcropping, etc. So that is an extra little bonus that goes with him as well. And then next we have our upgrade sprue. So with this upgrade sprue, it comes with quite a bit of stuff. So if we just flip this over, we'll see there are a ton of different shoulder pads available for this. So it looks like about 18 different shoulder pads come with this set. A bunch of them have the Imperial Cross on them. There's some extra special ones with sort of like a little bit of armor at the top, or there's more just kind of basic ones with the Imperial Cross. Tons of different detail on them. So these are ideal if you don't want to use like transfers or decals on the shoulder pads, as they have the Imperial Cross like built right on there. So it sticks out, it's a little easier to paint, it looks awesome. So in addition to the shoulder pads, you also have a bunch of different upgrades for like your actual squad members for different squads. So for the actual novitiates or like the scouts that come in this set, here we have our shotguns. So there are a bunch of different shotguns on here. There's 5 of them. There's 4 total shotguns, so there's not actually one for the sergeant. I'm not sure if one comes on the actual sergeant sprue already, but we have like 4 shotguns so that we can upgrade that squad with the shotgun option if we want. We also have a bunch of different weapons for various stuff. Like for instance, we have the Judicar kit. Now that Judicar came in the Indominus set, and he has a different sword, and then he holds like a relic in his other hand. So with this set, you actually get 2 different options for a relic, and then you get a custom Black Templar style sword. So that's a cool little upgrade if you already have the Indominus set, and you know, or you bought the little individual set that comes with the Judicar. Also included in this set are a ton of different heads. There's a bunch of like custom heads that are not available anywhere else, that are like kind of have that Black Templar look to them. Some very cool options. A bunch of different, you know, like Crux Terminatus, Imperial Crosses, a bunch of other stuff you can add to like your vehicles, tanks, banners, whatever you want to do to kind of soup up your stuff. You have the multi-melt option that's available to them. Here's our Scout Sergeant has, basically he can be holding his helmet in one hand and then have a big old like sword knife in the other hand. Definitely some, or kind of hanging down from there. Definitely some super cool options on this upgrade sprue. It is really nice and definitely allows you to customize the Black Templars in ways that you otherwise would not be able to. So this is super cool, gives you a bunch of the options that are available in the Codex and allows you to turn essentially traditional Space Marine stuff into specific Black Templars with like the insignia. So I really like the banner pole that comes in the set. It comes with like a custom backpack. The heads are all really cool. And then having the Judicar upgrade stuff is pretty nice as well. As the typical Judicar is cool, but this kind of takes him to the next level. You'll notice that a lot of the Black Templars have like the chains, so their weapons are like chained to them. It fits into like the lore and everything. Very cool. So this is a super nice set, and definitely upgrade your bros. This will allow you to turn not only your tank, but also your intercessors specifically into Black Templars, or you can use it on some of your other guys as well. So if you have the assault intercessors, all the shoulder pads and everything are completely compatible with them. You can swap out heads on any of your generic characters or any of the other kits in the set. I just like having a ton of extra bits and letting you kind of customize all your bros to look however you want. So very nice sprue right here. And individually, this will be $35 with the transfer sheet. So this is where a lot of the value in this set really comes from. So next for the Crusade squad, we have 2 of these sprues. Now, each of these sprues right here essentially comes with 5 guys on it. And there are a ton of extra options. So you can build one 10-man sprue with basically like 3 of the regular Marines. One can be like the leader of the squad and, a little extra. And then 2 of the scouts that go with the squad as well. This is the only army where you can have mixed squads. So normally scouts would be a separate unit choice. In this case, you have the actual Crusade squad is a combination of your scouts and your regular Marines, or in this case, like Primaris Marines. Now, these scouts are also the only new sculpts that are out as well. So they're actually much cooler than the older version of the scouts available for Space Marines. They are like basically got the Primaris treatment. They are a little beefier. They have some little custom bits hanging down from them as well. Much more detailed. The only thing that's lacking on these, not the best haircuts, but arguably it fits in with the Black Templars because they kind of have like the sort of weird bowl cut thing going on. So, but regardless of that, you get 2 of this sprue right here, which is enough to build 5 guys per sprue, so 10 total guys, and then each one is going to have tons and tons of options. So for your actual scouts in the sprue, you're going to have like your bolters or bolt pistol chainsword options, and then you also have the shotgun options that came on the upgrade sprue for all 4 of them. The actual Crusade squads themselves, you could build either 6 of the regular Marines and 4 of the scouts, or you could build 4 regular Marines, 4 scouts, and then 2 like squad leaders, or I want to say, can't think of the name off the top of my head of them, but they're basically like a little mini character to go inside of the squad, or essentially a sergeant. But you can give him, there's like weapon options for a power sword, a power axe. There's some other ones as well, power fist, a bunch of different options. So you could build either none of them, you could build 1 of them, or you could build 2 of them. So you do get quite a bit of options. Once again, you're going to have some nice shoulder pads on this set and a bunch of extra head options as well. You have the special flamer option on here. You have a power axe as well. Bunch of different cool stuff here. So this is a really nice sprue overall. I definitely like the detail on this. I like how many extra bonuses you get. And then this one, because it's specific to the Black Templars, or you can make your own chapter as long as you don't mind like the heavy insignia or you like the overall look of the Templars, which is definitely cool. Obviously, custom paint jobs, custom lore, etc. But overall, this is a great sprue. Even the scout shoulder pads have like the crux on them, the Imperial Cross on them. This comes with a bunch of upgrade shoulder pads for the actual squad itself, or you can alternate out with some of the upgrade shoulder pads or put some of these on your intercessors. There's like tons and tons, unlimited options. I mean, with this kit, you can literally build the set however you want. So very nice, tons and tons of detail. I really like the cape options. I like the kind of tabards hanging down from them. They have these super cool weapons basically like chained to their arms. really, really good set. Tons and tons of detail. This is one of the newest of the Space Marine kits, and the detail on this set is probably the best I've seen overall. I can't think of a better Space Marine kit with more upgrade options and more detail. And then just having the new style of scouts is top notch. So I'd like to think sometime in the near future we will have an option for these bros to be added to kill team. We can do like a mixed kill team of the scouts and the Primaris guys, sort of like a Crusader squad kill team. That would be super cool. Maybe instead of just like 5 regular guys, you could get 6 or 7 of these guys, something like that. We'll have to wait and see. Who knows what's going to happen in the future, or when the actual like chapters or septs or whatever will get added in, or if it's just going to be sort of like generic Marines. But we do know in the past they kind of added in like the special rules. So overall, though, this is a phenomenal sprue. I love the Crusade squad, the overall look of them. And then getting 2 of this sprue in here allows you just unlimited configurations for the build itself. And overall, a lot of the value comes from this, as this would normally be $60 for these 2 sprues for these 10 guys. And then we've got our other large bases. And then here we have another great bonus in here. So, a lot of people don't use decals or mess with them. But if you were going to put some on, which I really like them, especially if you use like micro sol and micro set, you can put them on. They look great. And then you can weather over top them or wash or whatever, and they blend right in. It looks like they're meant to be on there. If you just spend a couple bucks on some micro sol and micro set, it will last you a lifetime, and it will take your decal game to the next level. This is not available otherwise, and comes obviously with a ton of the Imperial crosses on here. Large ones for vehicles, a bunch of little cool shield insignia, some chains. It's really nice. And this is not available otherwise. So this is only available with either this set or the upgrade sprue. So, you can put a value on this, whatever you want. Some people it's 0 because they don't use transfers. Other people, someone like me, this is easily worth like 10 or 15 bucks. Because the best part is if you already have, Black Templars or pre-built guys or guys that you're not going to upgrade that are already painted or whatever, this will let you put these on the shoulder pads, and you don't have to like try to hand paint on a bunch of decals. Or like hand paint on a bunch of like the Imperial crosses. And for the Black Templars, every dude has 2 of these. So like you have one on the left and one on the right, as where like a lot of other armies will have like their Ultramarine insignia just on one shoulder pad. So you actually need like a ton of these just to do up your guys. So obviously all the shoulder pads in this set, or the majority of the shoulder pads in this set, already have these built into them, so you don't need them. So this is much more useful for your actual vehicles or for guys you already have to bring them up to that standard. I like that they have a bunch of different colors, bunch of different styles. So you could do a blend. You could have, your elites have a certain style. You could have your regular dudes have a certain style, etc. So, but they are marked on here. You have the top little section is for the battle line or close support. You have the middle section is for the sword brethren. And then you have the crusade badges and heraldry. And then obviously over here we have the vehicle ones as well. So again, nice sprue or nice little value right here. If you're going to use it, obviously. If not, maybe it has 0 value to you. But overall, though, that's it. You get a ton in this box. In my opinion, this is the best deal. Price breakdown, I'm not sure it's 100% the best deal, but the overall quality of the models you get in it, the sculpt, and then the way everything looks when you're finished. Your tank is going to be custom. All your dudes could be custom, including your intercessors with all custom shoulder pads. You can give them a bunch of awesome Black Templar weapons. There's so many extra weapons that comes in this set with your various like Crusade Squad sprues and the upgrade sprues that you can give all your intercessors like special custom stuff as well. So, and then there's so much bits done after you build all this up that you're going to be able to add it on to countless kits in the future that you have already or that you purchase. There's really, the sky's the limit for this. I love bits. I love doing custom conversions. There's so much extra stuff in here. Also, you could easily make your own Emperor's Champion. You could make character models yourself, customize them. You have like the cape. You have the super cool weapons. You have the Judicar upgrade stuff in here as well. Or again, you could make your own if you didn't want to buy that model or you didn't have that model, etc. So there's unlimited potential in this kit. And overall, the value is probably the best. So in my opinion, for this set, if you can get a 15% discount either online or through a local game store, you can basically pick this set up for around 120, and there's easily $240 worth of retail sprues in here. So you basically can get your set for 50% off. Definitely give, I would say, 5 stars to the Black Templar Combat Patrol. In my opinion, this is actually a much better deal than the like limited box for the Black Templar. That limited box was $200. Instead of the tank, you got the Dreadnought, which I like that. That's cool. The Dreadnought is super cool. Definitely cool. You also get the Crusade squad. You also get the High Marshal, Emperor's Champion as well. So in that set, it's $200, and you get, it was 13 models. So the 10-man Crusade squad, the Dreadnought, and the 2 characters. In this set, you get 16 models. So you actually get more, no, I'm sorry, 17 with the tank. So you actually get more models. You get the upgrade sprue, and then you get the decals as well overall, and then obviously like the 5 extra intercessors. So you're missing out on the codex supplement. You're missing out on the cards, but you get way more value packed inside of here. So in my opinion, this is the way to go, and then purchase the codex separately or potentially the cards. But, you know, you might like the other set better, but for $60 less than the other set, you could literally buy this, and then you could buy the codex supplement and the cards, and you're still coming in under $200, and you end up with more models. You have the, you don't get the Emperor's Champion, which he is definitely a cool model, but you could easily, you know, convert one out of all the bits you have or buy him separately. You don't get the Dreadnought, but you do get the tank, and then you also get a upgrade sprue to make all your bros even better, and then you get a sweet, sweet squad of intercessors. So in my opinion, this is a much more playable set. It is a better value, and this is the way to go for new Black Templar players. So, well, there you have it, guys. Hopefully that was informative, and you get to see the breakdown. Let me know what you think of this set, if you like it, if you think it is a good deal, if it's overpriced, if you're prefer that the Emperor's Champion came in here, or you'd rather have the Dreadnought in this set. Let me know what you think. I'm curious about everyone's opinions. But that's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man. Make sure you like and subscribe for Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Kill Team, Warcry, and of course Necromunda content. Everything from unboxing and review sets like this to customizations, conversions, painting tutorials, and of course I show off commissions when they go out of the studio. So there you have it, guys. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.